Welcome to Micah's Variety Hour, and this is your host, Micah Edwards, a 19-year-old dipshit college student who thinks he knows everything. In today's episode, we're talking about whatever the fuck I want to, bro, because there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. God damn. This is the first episode, so hopefully it's a good introduction to me and what I'll be doing and the greatness to come. Okay. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We live in a strange time, my man. It's weird, you know. It's like a time where science is like the new religion. The economy is in the garbage. We're in a worldwide pandemic. Did I mention that? Like, Jesus Christ, my man. We live in fucking strange times, and I'm just a 19-year-old trying to enjoy his sophomore year in college, but I can't even do that because all this dumbass. I shouldn't call it dumb. I shouldn't call it dumb. It's not dumb. It's just. No, it's dumb. All these dumbass fucking federal requirements. You have to stand 6 feet apart. You have to wear a mask. You have to do this. You have to do that. Get real with you. It's like, bruh. At this point, I think we should learn how to live with this goddamn virus, then try to fight this virus. Or, I mean, not try to, like, stop trying to work on it, but, like, just we can't be in lockdown forever. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Because lockdown fucking sucks. Imagine to a better time back in March when everything was chilling. Everyone was just shitting, farting, and vibing, enjoying their life. And then all of a sudden, actually, it's not all of a sudden. We hear about this shit fucking in December, early like fucking January. We heard this shit in January. We're like, oh yeah, there's gonna be there's a virus in China, and literally everyone in fucking America, because I was in college, so I'm like the heart of America, right? Literally, all of them were like, damn, that shit's in China. Who gives a fuck, right? Until that motherfucking virus took a plane over to Seattle and fucked everything up. It fucked everything up, man. It's terrible. It is truly terrible. It's like I was having fun. I was having fun in university. And this virus said, nigga, you can suck my dick from the back twice. Because that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like, bro. It was horrendous. And here we are now. After many, many protests and a quarantine, the world is starting to return to somewhat normal. But not really. Because we are in the midst of the 2020 election season where it wasn't as hype as last time. I'm going to keep real with you. I think they should have started over again. I think that they should have took notes from 2016 play and then do that part 2. Because at least right now, it's kind of spicy, but it's not as spicy as before. You get it? Because before it was like, yo, listen, you either Hillary or you Trump. That you either male, you a female, or you're just a piece of shit, right? And then all of a sudden, fucking Trump wins. It's a fucking catastrophe, right? Everyone's like, the world's gonna fucking end. The world's it's over. It's over. But lo and behold, we're still here. And 4 years later, his term is now up for Gabs, to lack of a better word. And it's again, it's the narrative is we have to get him out of office. He is the worst thing to happen to this country. And while I won't say that I like him as a person, I will say he has good ideas. He has good ideas, but just horrible execution. Like my man's execution is dog shit. Like the idea of like, we're gonna bring jobs back to America. Cool, nigga. I need a fucking job. I'm a broke college student. It's like, I need a paycheck. But just the way he's thinking about it, just the way he's going about it, is horribly wrong. I mean, it's horribly wrong. Talking about bringing back coal. Coal, as Dave Chappelle would say. It's interesting. I'm a stuffy nose. Wow. Anyways, yeah, but this election season, it's Trump versus Biden, right? And god damn, they fucked my man Bernie. They twice. The DNC said, Bernie Sanders, listen, we like you, buddy, but you want too much change. And we know this country is billionaires and no-name bankers. We can't have change because that will threaten our establishment, that will threaten our system, and so we just can't have you in. And so they said, nope. And you would that's why I can't fuck with my generation. Fucking Zoomers, us, Gen Z, listen. Y'all niggas said y'all gonna come out and vote for this man. And all y'all did was tweet on Twitter. See, that's what makes me upset. Cause like my man could have won. My man could have won if people just voted for him in the primaries. But it's weird. It's fucking weird that they chose my man Joe Biden. Joe, this bro, I ain't gonna cap. When I heard Joe Biden was running, at first I was like, okay, nigga, cool. And then people are all like, he's a pedophile, right? He's a pedophile, right? I was like, word? I was like, yeah, man, maybe that's just how old people will be, just kissing children and shit. Just like my initial thought is maybe it's not as bad as I think so, right? That was a mistake. That was wrong. That's 100% wrong. That's 100% wrong because this nigga apparently was out here groping kids, bro. And I saw videos. I said, okay, maybe, yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. So when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this man is not gonna fucking win. This man has no goddamn chance to win. And now he's in the fucking the final home stretch. It's weird, man. This nigga can't even put together a sentence. I can't put together a sentence, let alone him. He's having a hard time, buddy. He's not doing so hot. He is in clear cognitive decline. Listen, for as much as I don't like Trump, and I don't agree with a lot of what he says, aside from his some few good ideas, as in what I said before, at least we got to see this man, right? like we see Trump like almost every fucking day on the news. We have the best resources, the best idea. Our staff is handling the coronavirus well. Just put some chlorine on it. Just put some Clorox on it. And just drink some. Right? Is that right? Just drink. Y'all looking into that? Y'all looking into that? That's what he was like. That is exactly how he was like. But at least we see him. At least we see this thing, bro. Biden has been in a way in some fucking underground bunker cave where the sunlight doesn't touch him, and there's no gamma radiation, there's no fucking chemtrails, none of that shit. And he, like, you can tell just one fucking wrong move, you blow some dust on this nigga, bro. Biden is done. His fucking inauguration speech is gonna be some long ass. He's not even gonna phrase it again. He's not. He's gonna be like this. Put his hand on his Bible. And they're gonna. Do I have a Jesus Bible? I do. Okay, this is my next point. My shit, real quick. Okay, for you guys on listening to this, I have a Kanye. The Book of Jesus, the modern day Bible, where every word of mention of Jesus or God is just says Yeezy. Anyways, he's going to put his hand on the Bible. And he's going to say, "I declare I am president." Right? Or some dumb shit. Or he's like, "Okay, repeat after me. I, Joe Biden. And he thinks to himself, I am Joe Biden, but he's not thinking to himself. He's thinking out loud, my man. So he said, I am Joe Biden. Or Joe Biden. I'm Joe Biden. He's going to also long way. When I was a kid, I was also held a book once, and I just fucking was in front of people when it happened. It was amazing. And then these goons that had came up and they had swung their axe at me, and it was amazing, but. Yeah, it was good days holding books back in the fucking Stone Age. It was great. You get what I'm trying to say. This man is not not very mentally available, you know. But the DNC said, "Fuck it, this nigga, fuck it. We're choosing him." And then you go into politics. You think about all the dirty things in politics. Like, did Bernie really win? And then, but the DNC said, nah. They kind of faked some votes. You see, because listen, politics is a dirty game because what it involves is money and power. And when you have those two things, the fucking world is at your disposal. So if the DNC, a multi-billion-dollar party that has real stake in trying to gain the power of the most powerful person in the world, the president, you think they really have a hand in this? Of course they do. Of fucking course they do. These no-name bankers, you don't think they're behind some of this shit, bro? They're 100% behind some of this shit. Not saying everything, just saying some things. Anyways, but did they just throw my man Joe at us like he was finna be our savior? And then he went on fucking. You can tell this man was in some real deep shit, like cognitively. If my man, I wonder if I can find that clip where he said, "You're not black if you don't vote Democrat," or some dumb shit. Your grandpa would say. 100% he did. I'll have to find that clip. Jesus Christ, Joe Biden, you're not. I don't want the full. Hold up. Let me find this real quick. Actually, fuck it. We're not even gonna bother. But you get what he was saying. It was funny as hell, man. It was funny as hell. But did the DNC really think that this is their guy? Like, and this is how you know politics is a dirty fucking game, because it's like they choose these old ass senile people. Like, my man, how old is Joe Biden? That's the real question. I don't even care a fuck about what you said on the Breakfast Club that made you sound like a goddamn idiot. But how old is Joe Biden? My man is the grand age of 77 years old. Nigga, you're 77. Get the fuck off the internet. Get the fuck off the world stage. You have no fucking business. You literally have no business running a goddamn country of millions. Dude, listen, if you want to become your local fucking mayor with like 20 people and they're all your relatives, then go fucking ahead, my man. But to run a country at 77, like, what? What happened to JFK like niggas, bro? They were young. You know, they were fucking 44. Relatively young. The niggas are dust, but, you know, they were relatively young. What happened to those guys? All right. They said, "Oh no, listen. We learned the first time. We're not doing that again. No." And ever since then, it's been old niggas all the way through. Fucking, yeah, it's weird. And so it's like my theory about politics is that you get in office based on votes by the American people, but it can be rigged by the people with money and power, like the whole electoral college. And to sum up what I was like about that electoral college is that you can vote for whoever you want to, but you don't vote directly. You vote for people who vote for you. It's like, that's a weird fucking concept. Like, we're just trying to pick our next leader. We're not trying to go through the fucking infinite hoops that we have right now. But whatever, right? I heard there's some good to it. Heard there's some bad to it. But to me, the system sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. What was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, like, so you vote for people that vote for you, but that at any time, if these niggas are like, nah, I'm not voting for that one. I'm voting for the other person. They can do that, and it's 100% fine. Like, slam, there's no, like, that should be illegal, bro. That should be illegal. That's so weird. It's so weird. So it's like, I feel like if those people who actually vote right? I feel like if they get paid the big bucks, bro, if they get paid the big bucks to, the system's fucked up. The system's fucked up because a no-name banker, fucking, I can't even throw out a name because there's no fucking names. They're all no-name. These no-name zillionaire bankers, right, who control all the money, just pay them fucking $250,000, and the IRS, the fucking Federal Reserve, is all in on this shit. So they said, listen, we'll give you $40 million tax free. Don't question it. Or fucking $500 million cash, like, tax free. Sure, bro. All to keep the illusion up, of a fair democracy. Right? It's fucked up. It's a fucked up game. Now, will I say that I'm better than anybody else? No, because also, I am a human being that hasn't had much. So, if I ever got into that job and they say, listen, Micah, listen, you are the last vote and we need you to just pick for the other person. I know, listen, it's a 50-50 right now. So if you just put your dice down the other way and swing it, we'll give you $250 million, no taxes, no questions asked. And then I'm probably going to be like, yeah, man, sure. Fuck it, dude. Fucking $500 million. Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, $250 million, I'll do it. And then I do it. It was all a mistake. But it was all a mistake because now they said, listen, we got your family in the back. If you don't do all this weird ass pedophilia shit, we will kill your family. And then they record it, and then they have it against you. And they said, you will give us back that $250 million. And so you're like, fuck, man. I have to do what they say forever, or they're gonna expose this video of some fucked up shit that they made me do for my family. Right? I feel like that's how the whole Epstein thing started, man. And he wasn't even the spearhead captain. Dude, I'm getting way off fucking topic. I'm getting way off topic. My main shit about the election. I guess not too off topic. But about the election and that my man Kanye West, he needs some help. He needs some milk because I worry for this man. I really do. I feel like he's not sane. It's clear that he has been going through a lot. Like, I can't even, like, I'm 19 years old, right? So I can't be like, oh, I was a Kanye fan since the college dropout, because I was fucking 3 when that shit came out. There's no way I could be a fan, right? But my main introduction to Kanye was when I was my freshman year of high school, and it was when The Life of Pablo came out. I was like, yo, this shit fucking bangs, cut. This shit's a goddamn slapper. It's a goddamn knee slapper. And then from there, I was riding with the music. I became a hardcore stan. I love his music. I still do. I think he's one of the GOATs. But goddamn, this man has some fucking demons he's been battling, bro. I think after his mom died, he just hasn't been the same. I don't fucking know the guy, just based off of previous interviews. Hey, in songs, hey mama, I'ma make, it's like from those songs to fucking 808s and Heartbreaks to, I guess, the magnum opus, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But and then but it's always been like a downhill. Like it was peaked with that, but kind of just went downhill. Not musically, his music's fucking bangs either way. He's not put out one bad album, but just like him in the public eye, like his mom died, he married Kim Kardashian, which, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I just think that it's definitely a factor. And then his daughter, and all that shit. But what I mean by to say about his daughter was, like, he had a press conference recently, right? He had a press conference, and where he was not even a press conference, he was at a rally, I think, right? And it was everyone just not even fucking normal ass cameras. It was literally people filming with their iPhone cameras on Kanye's different stance on certain topics, right? And then I think I don't know I don't know which one it was or what the topic was. I think it was abortion or something like that. But he started fucking crying his eyes out. Like he knows the world is watching. He was crying his eyes out about how he almost killed his daughter. And I think it wasn't like he actually almost physically killed her. I think, well, that's, you can't be killed, but like, I mean, like recently, you know. But it was like before she was born. Like, because he wanted an abortion, but Kim said no, and his dad wanted an abortion, but his mom said no. So he was starting to fucking get really teared up, and he was all like, "I thought, I almost killed my daughter. I almost killed my daughter, cause my dad almost killed me." And like, it was like, if my dad killed me, there would have been no yay. There would have been no kind. And I think that, like, bro, I don't know what this man's going through, but that is like a sheer sign of like, someone please help. And I'm sure his family's got him all, but I think when you're just that famous, like Kanye is the most famous person on this fucking planet. You can go anywhere and you can say Kanye West, and they say, yeah, I know him. Like, there's not a place where you can't go. Maybe some people who haven't heard about him, sure. Like 3 people who haven't heard about this nigga, but it's just like, my man needs help. My man needs genuine help, dude. He's crying in front of a fucking world stage, and he's just a mess, right? And his haircut, his haircut looks a little bit goofy, but I don't know, man. Like, picturing Kanye when he's 70 doesn't seem likely, you know. He needs to pull a Jay-Z and just put out an album every fucking 3 years or 4 years, 5 years, decade. Put out one every decade, but just like focus on his mental. And like this whole presidential campaign run, it's all because he has an album coming out. That's the only time Kanye ever comes out, which is a bit annoying. But also I can't ask the most of him, like, because he is. I don't want him to come out all the time, because then he's like, I don't want him to be on the internet so much where like he bases his views or his self-worth like on the internet. I know he's been a celebrity for way longer than I've even been fucking relevant in the human sphere, but I don't know, man. He needs to focus on his mental. But the pressure of just having albums he needs to sell, I don't know. He needs some help. He needs, like, his, after that fucking breakdown, he started crying. He started fucking bawling his eyes out. It was scary to watch. Like, fuck. He's in, like, I'm gonna keep real with you. All these celebrities that like pass away, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's doesn't hurt because, you know, I don't actually know these people. I just know them from their work, and it's like, I don't have that. I don't have the relationship. But like when an artist dies, right? Like, it's just different. Like, I meant by movie star like previously, but like, say if you're a movie star, no one really like you're famous, you're cool, but you don't click with people. Like, I couldn't imagine Angelina Jolie being my fucking spirit animal, right? Like, because she just doesn't make music, and something with music that just connects people, right? Because like if you listen like for X, for example, I wasn't the biggest fan of X, but it was like, oh, that's tough, he's gone, right? But I knew the impact overall that he had on people, and it was beautiful, right? I think that's amazing. Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's not one artist that I would be absolutely devastated about if they had passed away. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, yes, there is. Kanye fucking West. Because Kanye, like he changed the game forever. No matter what you think of Kanye West, you could not deny the absolute like impact my man had. My man had like a ginormous impact on the music industry even before he was Kanye West. He was still, well, like, just behind the scenes for like off of all of Jay-Z's albums. He has like classics to your beats, man. He has classics to your beats. I know that was pre the college dropout. And then Through the Wire, this excellent song where you can hear him sprinting across the wire, man, starting to lock down everything. And that is just like, whoa, dude. And then Jesus Walks on the same fucking album. And every song off the the college dropout, just banger after banger, but like those two in particular. And then All Falls Down, that like bar after bar. And then he gets his next project. His next project, fucking Late Registration, and it's just a continuation of all the greatness of Kanye West, right? And we have that much influence, right? The soul beats, the clothing, you think you're hot shit for those, even for those two albums, he fucking changed the game, man. And then he just continued to, the Graduation, and then the infamous 808s and Heartbreaks, and all later, just like not illustration, but like 808s and Heartbreaks. It's like, my man, that album influenced some of the biggest artists today, like Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, or was it Kid Cudi? Well, I know for a fact Travis Scott, and then fucking blanking on his name. I feel horrible. I'm blanking on his name. What's his name? Juice WRLD. Yeah, I feel so bad. Juice WRLD. Like he inspired all these artists, and there's like a handful more, but when you think of Kanye West, you think of eccentric, you think like influential. But to me, I think like he is an inspiration. Like he is someone who I'm like, he's damn. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, I feel like Kanye's gonna be like that fable, right? That about how gaining too much power, fame, and wealth, or not even power. Does he have power? I don't know if he has power like that. But like, just getting all this fame and fortune in a short amount of time, and then but it comes at a cost of his sanity, right? It's just like, yeah, you had everything you wanted, but now you're crazy. Now you're fucking batshit crazy. And I feel like that's what Kanye West is going to be like. And for me, looking up to Kanye West, I like what he does. Like I think he's wild. I think he's crazy. I think he's creative. He's just this endless stream of consciousness coming from this man. But like you can clearly see his cognitive decline, right? And so that's the thing where it's like he's that fable, but people like myself still look up to him. Like become what he was before he went fucking crazy, and know how to avoid the steps of going crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. Hiking Naked, the drink is underrated. It is so good. It is so good. What are we gonna talk about next? Oh yeah, people who I like. Actually, I was gonna talk more about Kanye, but I think I'm off that for a second. But no, let's talk about since I'm on topic of people in music. Tyler the Creator, I think like trumps Kanye West in terms of my inspiration. Because when he was my age, when he was 19, he was out here wild and like shit, bro. He was wild and like shit, bro. But he was just doing what he loved and making music and being creative. I think the creative aspect of all of his videos are so dope. Like, and it's just sonically, he was just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm this depressed teenager. And that's why I feel sometimes, bro. I'm like, fucking man, I'm fucking depressed teen. I mean, I had probably a better life when he was my age, but just I'm fucking depressed teen for no fucking reason. But I just like his music. Even if I couldn't 100% relate to everything, I just think that the creative aspect of it is it's just so influential. It's so influential. And I was looking back at some, I was watching a video and like I got this fucking nerve bomb of a flashback, and it was like just like of cartoons. And so I started to like cycle through some of the cartoons that it was Gumball, and it was Adventure Time, and it was Danny Bravo, and it was just these cartoons. But the one stood out though, it was chowder. And I remember because the art style was so fucking cool. I was like, yo, this is dope. How are the textures moving? I mean, aren't moving, but the characters are. It gives it like that state of like that feel of fluidity with it. It is so fucking cool. It's so cool. And then you also get like the watercolor backgrounds with like the cool painted city and just all the fourth wall breaks. But like just the idea of chowder is like I like shows that are kid shows, but they aren't made for kids. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just like yeah, no, this is not made for kids, but kids will enjoy it. You know what I mean? Cause Chowder is like the pinnacle of this like wacky cartoon adventures, right? Like like the city, the art style is so cool. Marzipan, everything's named after a food. It's so funny. Then, man. But the art style is what I want to talk about because it was a huge inspiration. I like the transitions between all the art styles. It's like a transition between, uh, um, like just fruits. I was thinking of a different thought, but like of fruits, right? Of fruits or whatever, and or rice. It would just transition between scenes like that. It's the coolest thing ever. I'm 100% gonna implement that into my video somehow, some way. But that's a dope ass fucking idea. Like just that transition is so good, so good. And also the cuts between like cartoon and like claymation and stop motion and just these different combinations of art styles just into a good fucking kid show, dude. Fuck it, it's not even a kid show to me. That shit is just so goddamn cool, so goddamn cool. Um, but yeah, man, Chowder, Tyler the Creator, Kanye West, all inspirations to me, and just in the whole older era of cartoons, if you really watch them, they're funny as fuck, bro. Because once you actually get the jokes, like the one joke from Chowder, it was like Schnitzel playing with like not playing, but he was telling a story around like the stove, and it was like he was like rada 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 rada, and then the Mongol was like oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, ooh, you're a naughty boy, and the Chowder's like wait, what does he mean? When you're older, but when you're old, that was so funny as. I probably butchered that joke. I ain't gonna cap, but it was the funniest shit ever. Cause it's like I didn't think much of it when I was a kid, but looking back at it, that shit's fucking hilarious. Got a little cough going, bro. I feel like I got the corona. Corona. Man, think about coronavirus. I'm not sure if I said this or not. But I mean, at first I was worried. I was like, man, they got everyone on lockdown because the news is so scary. Like at the beginning, if you look back at, like, just try to think back to how you were back in March, this shit was scary as hell, bro. I say, yo, my man, there's a real pandemic out here killing old people, and keep that in mind. It's killing old people. So I knew I'd be fine, but like, overall, it was just scary as fuck to watch. And then. I remember, fuck it, dude. I was tripping off of acid one day. And I was on the calm down, and then my mom, she didn't know, but we went to go get ice cream. I went to go get food, and then we went to go get ice cream. And I walked into the ice cream parlor, and I walked in, and it felt like some real dystopian type of shit, bro. It was tripping me out because like everything had like the plastic covering on it. There was no chairs, there was no seats. It was just a fucking white floors, white walls, but like one pink wall. It was just this ice cream all covered up because you couldn't see it, you couldn't breathe on it. It was weird. The lady was wearing a mask, and then everyone was wearing gloves, and everyone was being like, there was only my mom and I in the store, but they had one lone TV on, and it was like, a new technology called contact tracing will be implemented. Like that sounded like some real fucking dystopian type shit, bro. Contact tracing. That shit bugged me out, bro. I was like, what type of simulation are we living in? Holy fuck. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. What was that? Some shit. That was some shit. But yeah, no, the coronavirus, it, man, I made a post on Reddit. But on my school page. Not sure if I should read it, but I'll read it and I'll delete it. It was pretty much going. I'll find it 1 second. I don't want to stop talking because I have to make for a good podcast, right? I need to give me a pop filter if I want to make for a good podcast. It got downvoted to hell, by the way, because these other ones they got upvoted 11 upvotes. This one only got 3, but it had more people downvoted because he was agreeing with me. But here's what I wrote. I wrote, controversial, but here's what I think. And I said, let's be real for a moment. There's 100% going to be another spike in cases, and it's going to scare everyone. So we're going to have to go back online, but not just in Pullman, but on every university campus. But here's what I think. I think instead of living in fear of the virus, we should learn how to live with it until X happens. A vaccine, a cure, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Just something to get us through this hump. And what I mean by living by it is what nobody's talking about, and that is taking care of your immune system, working out and staying in shape, eating your vitamins A, C, D, and zinc. I continue by saying, not to get political, but a certain extent of your civil liberties you do give up to the government by having shelter-in-place orders. People gave them up this round to feel safe for something that turned out not to be that fatal as we once thought. And listen, I'm not against the idea of shelter in place, but this wasn't like an airborne Ebola or anything. And then I continued by saying, even if, assuming all the data is 100% accurate, this is what a little worse than a bad flu year. I know that's going to be controversial, but my main point is that if you're a healthy human being or even immune compromised, you should have the right to do as you please with your life and shouldn't be restricted by the government telling you what to do. The problem then arises is like, yeah, sure, I'll be fine, but I don't want to kill my grandma, and for that, 100%, and for that, it's 100% understandable, because I know I don't. But the answer would go back to what I said previously, that being your right to choose what you want to do, and in that case, it would be to self-isolate and let everyone else choose what they want to do with their life. You have to understand that the elderly are a lot more susceptible and may die to a lot of other normal illnesses that you may carry, and not just COVID. I just want to go back to having a normal semester, having social events, in-class lectures, parties, etc. I know I'll get shamed if I say this. If I say that, it's just my opinion. What do you guys think? And it got downvoted to hell. I can't say how many downvotes it actually has, but it just has 0. Because I think it's a post. But these other ones got upvoted 10 upvotes, 11 upvotes, 5 upvotes. So I can kind of see, how it actually. I can only imagine how many downvotes my post got. But like, am I wrong? Am I wrong in my way of thinking? I don't think so. I 100% don't think so. I don't think that. Shutting down the entire country for something that was for something that wasn't that serious in the end, right? And then people always say, well, what if it wasn't? Well, what if it was? It could have been worse if it was if we didn't social distance and we didn't practice all these safety measures and shelter in place. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right, but also it's just like the disease itself. Although it's very new, we don't know much about it, but we've been studying it for quite some time. I think we know something about it. And from what I've heard, it's like really not that bad. Like 1 million people kicked it. And then like people who were asymptomatic and didn't even know it, they were just fine. They were just chilling. They didn't even know that they had it. And then they got tested. Like, oh yeah, you have the antibodies for it. And you're just chilling. You're fine. It wasn't like this was Ebola, right? It wasn't like this was like an airborne Ebola that it was killing young people. like, oh, you're 15? Oh, you're 24? Oh, nigga, you think you have a fighting chance in hell on this shit? No, you're dead. Fuck it, you're dead. See, that's where it's like it's more warranted to be like, okay, maybe we should shelter in place. Maybe we shouldn't do all this. Maybe we shouldn't do all that. Right? It makes sense because I would be 100% for that. But the thing is, it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't even remotely the same. So that's like like what it was just not that serious. And people are still bugging about a lot of things, right? It's like we have the dumbest thing about. Okay, so here, I know I'm kind of ranting about a lot of things at once, but I have to get this across. The idea that people have in their heads that what happened during the George Floyd protests, like when all that was going on, is not contributing to why the spikes rose or the spikes are increasing in the U.S. right now. It makes no sense, like literally zero sense. Because if you think about it, restaurants and places opening up, right? You like it's not nearly as many as people in the protest. I said that completely wrong, but like the idea being that people are just like, no, it's not because we were protesting. No. It's because they're opening back up, and we're there's it's the restaurant's fault. It's the restaurant's fault. It's not ours. It's like, bro, what sense does that make? What sense does a diner that cleans their table regularly and has a max capacity of, let's even say 100 people or 250 max capacity? But you think a protest down in LA where people were marching side to side, back to back, 50,000 people showed up to that LA protest. It wasn't like it was. I just don't get it. People on, and this is where I should get into fucking some other politics, but I'm not, because just the idea that people are like, no, it's not the protest. It's because things are opening back up again. It's dumb. It's weird. It's a strange argument. It's like we saw the entirety of America burned down. People were holding hands, protesting against the police. We were out in mass. And you don't think it was like half the goddamn nation was out there. Even if it wasn't half, at least a couple million people were out there. So of course the number of COVID spikes peaks are going to happen again. It's like, even though I don't think it's all that serious, I think people are taking it way out of proportion. That's just what I think. It's just weird. It's just super weird. But people are like, no, it's not this, it's that. Maybe it's both. Think about that. Maybe it's just both. But nah, I think that's the issue with like being. Here's where we go into other politics, other ideas of mine that are half baked. Speaking of, 1 second, please, because right now, you can kind of guess what that was, but you can't see nothing, so you ain't got shit on me, cops. But that idea of like being left or right, or being conservative or liberal, it's weird in a sense where it's like if and I'm pretty sure the majority of people are right in the middle, right? They're not really conservative, but they're not really liberal. But if people ask them, they're one or the other, right? But like it's just so divided. Like the country has become, and it's probably always been. I only really know recently, but I think due to social media, I think like people like you can see everyone's opinions. Like before, you only knew the opinions of like a few of your close friends, but when you constantly all the time hear the opinions and beliefs of every citizen of every nation in the world, it's kind of a lot. It's like I can see why people are divided, but it's just kind of a lot to take it all in. I think it's ridiculous too, only having two parties to actually have a chance. I mean, of course, there are more than two parties, but the but the issue with that is like, it's like, yeah, there are other two parties, but they aren't gonna win, and they aren't gonna win because I keep on saying that. I keep on saying they're not gonna win. Therefore, no one's gonna vote independent or green or whatever the fuck, right? No one's gonna vote neoconservative Nazi liberal, right? No one's gonna vote for that party because we say so. Like if we, assuming that there's no corruption going on in the government and like during elections, and assuming that we actually have a say, we are the only people who are keeping us from actually having a independent candidate win presidency, because it is possible, assuming all those things aren't true. But we just don't do it. We just don't do it. For what reason? For what? Because we say so. And I heard the analogy that someone was like, imagine only having two football teams. You know how much destruction that would bring America? Like physical property damage. And that's how it is with our politics. There's only two parties. You're left, you're right, you're one or you're zero, you're nothing or you're something. It's yin and yang, man. Balance. But it's not, it's an imbalance when it's what it is. Oh man. And then it's like, I was on Tinder for a little bit. Dude, I was on Tinder, and I keep on. It was a handful of people, handfuls of people, who were like, if you're conservative, don't even bother. Swipe right. I'm like, damn, son. What's wrong with you? I got cut mouth. Holy fuck. But it's like, damn, son, what's wrong with you? You good? Like being my age and in my space, saying that I'm a fucking conservative is like saying I'm a fucking Nazi, okay? And I'm not even I'm conservative. I'm right in the middle, but I like to lean more conservative only because of directly because all this outlandish shit from the left recently. Like, it's just so hard to keep up with. It's like, it's just too much. So I'm just like, people are uberly sensitive. It's just, I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyways, yeah, people are so polarized to be on one side or the other. Like, if I were like, yeah, I think Trump has some good ideas about bringing jobs back to America, and people look at you like, oh, you're a fucking bigot. And it's like, yeah, that man has a resting pouty face all the time. He just, like, I don't get how that one's bad. I get how a lot of the other ones are bad, but how is that one in particular, right? makes me very angry. Makes me very angry. I ain't that mad though, because honestly, you just gotta live life. Honestly, 100%, you just gotta live life. And I think this is, yeah. So this is here's my philosophy on life, right? And I think if anyone out there is young, listening to this podcast, you done fucked up. But if anyone is young and listening to this podcast and are thinking about life, thinking about life right now, I'm gonna give you some from a 19-year-old's advice, right? You are just a human being. So live. I fucked it up completely. I'm gonna do it again. If you are if you're younger like me and you're youthful and you like thinking about your life, here's some advice. You gotta keep fucking living, my man. That's all you can do. Like in life, whatever it is, all you can do is just keep living until one day you just stop living, right? That's just kind of how it go. So don't get caught up in like getting from point A to point B, because it's not about getting from point A to point B. It's about the journey. You know, life is about the journey, not the destination. And as corny as that may sound, as corny as that may sound, just think about it for a second. Just think. When have you ever gotten something done or gotten to a place and we're like, yo, I feel accomplished? Hardly, maybe for a second, maybe for a little bit, but then you just go back to doing the next thing and the next thing. That's all you do. You're like, man, oh man, I gotta go to the store. And you get to the store and it's like, I gotta come back. It's like, were you living all that time, or were you just being a fucking mindless robot, right? It's just like, it's about the practice of it. And that's why I think, like, the allure of anything is so alluring. Because it's fun to chase it, but once you catch it, it may be like, and then it's just gone like that, right? It's just like, I don't like that idea. I think that if you fully enjoy everything that you're doing in every step of the way, and you just live in the now, that's like, you cannot be sad. You can't be like, you just can't, because you have no time to focus on the past or the future, because you're right here, right now. You're doing your own thing. You're living your life. You're living. And some advice to some people, yo, just start saying yeah. Just start saying yeah and see where it gets you. Like 100%. I'm not saying don't say yeah to everything. There's a whole movie about that shit. The man who can't say no. But like, just think about it. Just think about it for a second, my man. If you just start saying yes, or my lady, but just think about it. If you just start saying yeah, and say you're like a college student like I am, right? And they're all like, "Hey, yo, dude, you want to come out tonight?" No, I think I'm staying inside. Why? Well, I'm gonna finish my episode of Narcos. Okay, bye. And then they go off and they have a fucking fun night while they're on Snapchat. And you look at your phone all that night and you're like, damn, I should have gone. Damn, I fucked up. But if you said yeah, you would have been those memories. And it's like, but you weren't, because your memory is you fucking watching Narcos all night, you know. And imagine if some guy was like, hey, you wanna, or you're a guy, you wanna ask out a girl. You say, hey, I see you from across the way. Do you wanna go get some lunch? And you say, no, I gotta go study for my exam. Maybe you may have just not been into that guy. But even if you were or weren't, you should just say yeah. Because, listen, he could become your best friend, your boyfriend, your fucking husband, for all you know. But you just said no. He could become a billionaire one day. And you could have been missing out on all that billionaire yacht dick. Just keeping it real with you. Just keeping it real. But yeah, no, life's about living. So that's why right now, when I'm making all these videos, I'm like, I'm living 100% like how I want to be living, only because I'm trying to get to a certain place. The irony, right? The irony. It's just like, I think financial freedom would, like, having them, like, just having money and just being able to do what I want to do is like, is amazing. If I can, the thing about my career path, right, which is ultimately YouTube and entertainment, like podcasting, that type of stuff, and maybe some comedy shit, but who knows? For right now, son, we're just gonna do YouTube and podcasts. If podcasts are, I can just record, upload it, and that's it. I don't have to edit on nothing. But the thing with my career path, it's like for me to, like, it's like people are like, oh man, you do it because you love it. That's true. I do it because I love it. I've been doing this shit forever. I don't know when I was not making something. Whether it be smart cartoon videos or Facebook videos in my mom's office on her shitty ass laptop, or in my room making Minecraft animations. But I've always been making something. Always been making stuff. So it's like I love it. But in my field, which I want to do, you have to make it. And that's the fucking dilemma, right? It's like you can't be a YouTuber if you don't have subscribers, it's just not. It's not. It's yeah. How do I do YouTube? Oh, cool. How many subscribers do you have? That's the first question people ask, and that's why I don't say shit. That's why I don't say anything. That's why I just keep my mouth zipped, because I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm not gonna say anything until I'm popping, until I got like at least a decent amount to where people are like, okay, like 10K. Oh, I mean, I can't. I'm stuttering. Holy fuck. People are like, yo, how many subs do you have? Oh, about 10K. Oh, about 100K. Oh, about half a mil. A million subscribers. A million subscribers on YouTube. But I can't be like, yo, oh man, how many subs you got? You're a YouTuber, right? How many subs you got? I got about 8. 8? 100,000? Million? Like, what's up? What's up, my man? You're just like, no, 8, single digit 8. And it's like, oh, okay. And they might support you, they might not. But for me, I don't talk about YouTube to anybody unless they find it. So that's just kind of it. But they find it and they enjoy it. Hey, look at that. I'm making progress. But yeah, but the thing about YouTube is like you have to make that shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm a podcaster. Oh, how many listeners do you have? Like 5. It's like I don't know. But my whole point of being with that is like once I have like a dedicated audience, which I can always come back to, assuming that I don't fuck up somehow and I don't get canceled. Assuming that's like all like I can leave for a month and come back and people still want to watch me, right? Assuming that I get like a decent following, and I can just take the time to make the videos to fly right there to 100% how I want them to be. And I can just upload and then like I already have my money, so I can just like upload my artsy ass videos, because like I just want to like put out content that I truly love, right? And if that means spending a month and a half on a project editing, so just not even filming, just editing a month and a half straight, then it's like, but if I put it out and it like it gets views, then it's like, yeah, 100% I love it. I love making videos, and I love that people love watching my videos. That's the thing. You have to watch it and then also love it, right? It's like, yeah, I love making videos, but I hate when no one watches it. Like that's just the honest to God truth. Because it's like I put in so much work just for to get shit dick views, and that's why I want to mentor. I want to mentor like someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. I'm like, yo, man, just do this and do that with your thumbnail and title, and then, oh, maybe you should tweak this, tweak that. No, I'm doing this shit on my own. Like, I have no one to be like discuss YouTube with. I talk to my friends. I'm like, hey, which thumbnail do you think is look better or would be more appealing? Well, I don't know, maybe that one. But they don't ever give me input on like what I should do. Like, oh, I have an idea for you. You should go out and try it out. Oh, how about this title? How about this thumbnail? No. I have no friends on the internet like that. I have no friends in real life like that. I'm on my own. This is a journey I'm learning on my own. And learning shit on your own fucking sucks. I shouldn't be chewing my microphone. But it just sucks. Very saddening. Damn, you think that chair would have 2 seats in that bitch? Holy fuck. But anyways, man, oh man. But yeah, no, I think just having financial freedom, it would make anybody happy, but it's because you have more time to pursue what you know makes you happy for 100%. Like, since this episode is coming to an end soon, I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying like my end goal in life is to like in my 20s, I want to have fun. I want to have wild, hype fun 24/7. Just event after event, activity after activity, and of course stopping to enjoy the smaller things in life, but just overall fun memories. I'll die with 1,000 memories, right? Then my 30s, well, my late 20s, early 30s, I want to have 3 kids, right? So I'm 28, have a kid, 30, have a kid, 32, have a kid. Then I'm done having kids. If I have one more, fuck. But I love you, Arnold. But like, and then I just want to raise them. But also, since my brain is fully developed, I can experiment with like psychedelics. I mean, not all the time, of course, 4 times a year, but max, I should say. 4 times max a year, you should trip, and then but 4 times 10 is 40. So if I'm a psychedelic adventure in my 30s, and then in my 40s, I travel for 10 years across the world, exploring different cultures, exploring different like religions and practices, learning some martial, like not martial arts, but like just some type of art form. And then in my 50s, I can come back to my ranch in Texas, my big ass ranch in Texas, with my family on the block because we own the ranch. It's our own neighborhood. I have my garage in the back. I got my workshop back there too, and I got my little man cave. Right, so that way I can work on my cars. I can work on wood shop. I can woodwork. I can work on metalwork, and I can just create things. I also have an art studio, and along with my meditation pond. Big dreams. And then just like just with all of that, right? And I can just practice and try to master each craft, right? If it takes 10,000 hours to master something, okay, then I can master about 5 things, right? In a whole decade. And then in my 60s, I spend time with my grandkids, assuming that we are like assuming everything's the world doesn't collapse in the next 10 years. Spend time with my family, just again enjoying life, go out hiking, something, stay physically sound. And then in my 70s, kind of continue my mastery of my crafts, meditation, art, woodwork, metalwork, cars, all that stuff, games, having fun, making stuff, always making stuff. So if I'm 70 making content, tell me what the fuck is up, okay? Cause at that point I'll have like what, 30,000 videos out if I'm 70 and still working like that. But just that's kind of how I want my life to go. Of course, there's always gonna be bumps in the road, and there's always gonna be ups and downs. But with the rain come flowers and magic mushrooms. So with that, I'll leave it on that. If you guys are watching still, I fuck with you. You're amazing. Thank you for my first podcast ever, kinda. And this has been Micah's Variety Hour. If you do enjoy, how about you go tell a friend? Bye.